Alright guys, so here we are. Another Karate Kid movie is on the way, and this one's called Karate Kid Legends. That's right, they're not even pretending this is a reboot, a soft reboot, or a side story. Nope. This is the Spider-Verse of the Miyagi-verse. We've got Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, some new blood, and maybe even some familiar faces we didn't know about yet. So, naturally, my interest level just shot from mid-nostalgic curiosity to hook this franchise in my veins.
You come to America. New rules.
Let's talk about how we even got here. I mean, Karate Kid is like that franchise that quietly hung out in the background for decades, sipping on nostalgia smoothies until Cobra Kai just kicked in the door and made it cool again. And not ironically cool, genuinely cool. So, when Sony announced Karate Kid Legends, people were like, wait, what? Another one? But then they dropped the bomb. Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio together for the first time. Yeah, cue that Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme because this is a crossover I didn't know I wanted until they said it was happening. Now, the development story behind this movie is kind of wild. For a while, there were two separate timelines. Jackie Chan was doing his Karate Kid thing with Jaden Smith in 2010, and then Ralph Macchio was still hanging around in our collective 1980s memory as Daniel LaRusso. It was like two different universes until Cobra Kai came along, blew up, and proved that this franchise still had legs. Apparently, Sony said, you know what? Screw it. Let's smash these worlds together and just see what happens. And here we are, Karate Kid Legends. It's been marketed as a convergence of everything Karate Kid, a multiverse of sorts without the portals, just fists and philosophy. Now let's talk the cast. You already know from my ramblings and of course from the headlines that Ralph Macchio is back as Daniel LaRusso, the original underdog who went from getting beat up by skeleton costume teens to becoming a full-on Miyagi disciple. And of course, Jackie Chan returns as Mr. Han, the quiet mentor from the 2010 reboot who literally beat up a gang of middle schoolers in one of the most satisfying scenes of modern cinema. That's not even hyperbole. Watch it again. It does hold up. Hey. But the spice, the intrigue, well, that comes from the new kid on the block, Ben Wang, fresh off American-born Chinese, stepping in as the next Karate Kid, Li Fong. No pressure, kid. No pressure. I mean, you're only stepping into a franchise that made two people international legends and spawned more crane kick memes than I can count. But based on Ellie Buzz, Ben Wang, he's got the skills. Martial arts training, check. Emotional depth, supposedly. Ability to hold his own in scenes with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, well, we'll see. I mean, if he pulls this off, it could be a star-making role. And let's not forget the supporting cast for this movie. Joshua Jackson, you remember him from Fringe. He is apparently playing a character named Victor, rumored to be a mysterious former student of Miyagi who left the path long ago. Is that a made-up rumor? Maybe. But it does sound awesome, doesn't it? I mean, we also have Ming-Na Wen. You remember her from Mulan and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's playing Li Fong's mother because, yes, every legacy movie now needs at least one respected veteran actor to look wise while dispensing cryptic advice. The film's being directed by Jonathan Entwistle, the guy behind The End of the Effing World, which, let's just be honest, is about as far from Karate Kid as you can get. So, it's either a genius choice or a total mismatch. But here's one thing we know. Cobra Kai taught us something. That tone can be everything. Now, if Entwistle brings that gritty but funny vibe to this movie, we might be in for something really fresh. And of course, the screenplay is co-written by Rob Lieber, who wrote Peter Rabbit. So yeah, this movie writing team is definitely a buffet of tones. Fingers crossed, if it's good kind of chaos.
Okay.
So yeah, the Karate Kid name still carries weight, no question. It's one of those legacy IPs that hits the nostalgia button so hard you can practically hear "You're the Best" played in the background every time someone mentions it. Add in two legends, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, plus a fresh-faced lead, and you've got a recipe for box office dominance. Combine that with the Cobra Kai fanbase, which is now this weird mix of millennials, Gen Z, and boomers all bonding over dojo drama. Yes, Sonny's basically printing money here. If they cut the final trailer right, slow piano version of Glory of Love, maybe a teaser crane kick in the rain, and we're talking $300 to $400 million globally without even breaking a sweat.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
Okay, maybe not that high, but sure, I mean, it could be close, who knows? But here comes the big question, the critics. Because, let's face it, nostalgia is a double-edged nunchuck. If the film leans into legacy with emotional payoffs, character arcs, and a solid through line about passing the torch, critics are gonna be like, this is the spiritual successor we didn't know we needed. But if it leans too hard into throwbacks, shoehorns in cameos, and ends up feeling like a 2-hour YouTube fan edit with a studio budget, it's gonna get roasted harder than Johnny Lawrence at a Miyagi-Do mixer.
You can do it!
Best case scenario is the Creed of karate movies. Worst case, it's Space Jam: A New Legacy with punching. Choose wisely, Sonny. Oh man, I mean, apparently the set of this movie has been buzzing behind the scenes. Word is, Jackie Chan choreographed several fight scenes himself. And if you've ever seen a Jackie Chan movie, you know that means those fights are gonna slap. Like, actually slap. Reportedly, he even trained Ben Wang in some old school Chan-style techniques. That's the Kung Fu version of Gandalf handing you his staff and saying, "You're ready now." And apparently, Ralph Macchio had to relearn a few classic moves he hadn't used in years. Like, he literally went back to crane kick basics. There's this fun bit someone on set leaked. Jackie Chan apparently teased Ralph like, "You fight like my student from 10 years ago." And Ralph shot back with, "You mean the kid who punched me through a windshield?" So yeah, the chemistry is reportedly on point. By the way, did you know that Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio had actually never met each other before this film? Not even once. Two guys who practically carried the same franchise on different continents, and their first actual conversation was on this set. Imagine that. Also, this is the first Karate Kid movie to feature actual mixed martial arts choreography, blending traditional kung fu, karate, and even some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Because of course it does. 2020s, baby. No one just punches anymore. They armbar you while monologuing about balance. So, and the dojo set they built, apparently, it's a massive sound stage in Atlanta, designed to look like a fusion of the Miyagi Garden and the Kung Fu School from the 2010 film. Like a dojo multiverse, call it the Miyagi Temple of Doom. I didn't even know I wanted that, but here we are. Bottom line, Karate Kid Legends has all the makings of an awesome legacy sequel. The question is, will it be the Creed of the franchise or the Indiana Jones 5? Too soon? Too real? Whatever, you know I'm right. But hey, whatever happens, you know I'll be there on day one with popcorn in one hand and unreasonably high expectations in the other. Let's just hope this thing crane kicks his way into our hearts and not off a cliff. It's hitting the cinemas on May 30th, 2025, so get ready. So, Karate Kid Legends, are you hyped? Are you skeptical? Are you secretly hoping Hilary Swank shows up just for the chaos? Let me know in the comments. And remember, there's no such thing as bad karate, only bad timing. Until next time, go see a great movie. Peace.